In this video, we're taking you on an amazing food tour through Nuremberg, Germany, and trust us, you'll want to come hungry. We'll start by tasting Nuremberg's world-famous Bratwurst at several local spots, each with its own twist on this iconic dish. Then, we'll slow down with delicious cake and coffee at a few cozy bakeries, because Kaffee and Kuchen is serious business here. And we'll finally enjoy the dish we've been dreaming about for years, a perfectly roasted Schäufele, or pork shoulder, that defines German comfort food. If you love authentic German cuisine, this is one Nuremberg food tour you don't want to miss. We'll wrap up the day with something special, a flight of Nuremberg's historic red beer at a local restaurant and brewery that brought this centuries-old recipe back to life. All right, so for our first meal here in Nuremberg, we're at the Nuremberger Bratwursthäusler. And look at this, we have Nuremberger Bratwurst, and I have 6 of them with sauerkraut. And Nuremberger Bratwurst, they're very small, kind of like breakfast sausage in the United States. They can only be no more than 7 to 8 or 9 centimeters long, and they come from pork meat that's no more than 35% fat, or maybe 30% fat, and they're flavored with marjoram. And look at this; these are so good. I can't wait. I've had these before. It's been a long time. And that sauerkraut is outstanding. I have a red beer, which is traditional local beer here in Nuremberg. And Betty has the same thing, except she has potato salad, and the potato salad is also great. So we're having a great meal here in Nuremberg. Guten Appetit. All right, so it's time for dessert. We finished our bratwurst, and they were excellent. You could smell them cooking. They smell so good. And now for dessert, we've got Apfelstrudel mit vanilla sauce, and Sahne cream. And we're going to split one of these. But man, look at this. It's warm. I can feel the heat coming from the plate. Oh my God. That is good. That is so good. The vanilla sauce and the cream kind of mixed together, and with that warm apple strudel, oh my gosh. That is delicious. Maybe we should have gotten 2 of them. I don't know. All right, so we're splitting a plate of the Nuremberger Bratwurst for dinner, because we're still kind of full from lunch. And we're at Bratwurst Roslein, which is supposed to be the biggest bratwurst restaurant in the world, so they say. And so we got some more Nurembergers. We got a potato salad and sauerkraut. Now, there's some legends as far as why the Nuremberger Bratwurst are this size. And so they can only be between 20 and 25 grams. That's the weight. We talked about the length earlier. 7 to 8 centimeters, I think. 7 to 9 centimeters. And one of the legends is why they're this size, is why they're so small, is because supposedly in the medieval days, when they would close the city at night, lock the city walls, you would still have people who lived outside the walls that were hungry and wanted bratwurst. So when they made them this size, they could slip them through holes in the wall, and people would pay for them and get them. So, true or not? Probably not. But it's a good legend, I guess, as far as why the Nuremberger Bratwurst are so small. But they really are tasty. They're some of my favorite, and they have to be cooked over beechwood. That's another thing. These you can smell the smoke throughout the city, the beechwood smoke, and that's where they cook them on. And it's really quite tasty. They're really pretty special, the Nuremberg. All right, so let me compare the Roslein Bratwurst, to the Bratwursthäusl we were at earlier today. I don't know. Has a great flavor. I think the other one might have been a little bit better, but this is still really good. I mean, I don't think I've had a Nuremberger bratwurst I didn't like. So you can't really go wrong, I think, but I think the other one was a little bit better, but this is still very good. Oh yeah, the potatoes I had earlier was definitely better. Yeah, sauerkraut was better too. This is really good. It's not bad. I'm not complaining about it. If I had to compare it between this one and the other place, I'd say the first place was a little bit better. But this is quite tasty, so good appetit. Cake and coffee time, and we are at Cafe Olay, right in front of the marriage fountain, which is very interesting. It tells the story of, kind of goes in the cycle of married life where you fall in love and all the strife, and then it ends in a not so great ending. That's not like Betty and my marriage, but maybe some people live that way. I don't know. But so we have cake and coffee. I have bean and stitch, which means bee sting, one of our favorites with nice roasted almonds on top. And Betty has strawberry cheesecake. I have a regular coffee crema, and Betty has a matcha latte. So
normally raspberry cake has like this gelatin and raspberries and like a cream layer, but this one has like a chocolate layer right before like this delicious crust. So when I took a bite out of it, I was really surprised, and Lee agrees. It's really quite delicious. So I would highly recommend coming here to, where are we?
Cafe Olay.
Cafe Olay for cake and coffee. Really delicious.
Right. Good evening. So we are at the Golden Posthorn here in Nuremberg, and we were here many years ago, and one of the most delicious meals I've ever had in my life we had here. It's called Schäufele, and it's a roasted pig shoulder, still on the bone, absolutely delicious, fall off the bone, crispy layer of fat on the outside. Just, oh, it's so delicious, melts in your mouth. So I think about it all the time, and I'm dying to know, is it still as good now as it was 5 years ago? And then Betty has a dish that we used to eat a lot when we lived in northern Bavaria called Sauerbraten. Sauerbraten, it's like a sour beef roast. We love it. Haven't had it in many years, so we're excited to see if it's still as good as we remember. And we've got the good Nuremberg red beer to wash it all down with, so should be a great meal. We're very excited, and thanks for joining us here in Nuremberg. All right, so here it is. 5 years of waiting. Oh, listen to that crispy. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh boy. That is really good. So look at that. It's just like the shoulder blade, and then the meat just falls off the bone, and you got the crispy pork rind here. That's really good. Worth the wait. And we'll try Betty's sauerbraten. We'll let you know how that tastes. But we've got the potato canoodle, potato dumplings. Always good. Betty loves them. She likes them more than I do, honestly. But delicious meal here in Nuremberg. Okay, so we just finished our dinner here at the Golden Posthorn, and the Schäufele was delicious, fall off the bone, nice, crispy rind on the outside, delicious and juicy, and the Kartoffelklöße, the Kartoffel dumplings, the Knödel, honestly, some of the best I've had. I don't know, I really liked it. Betty's sauerbraten was quite delicious. It was really unique because they used like so Nuremberg is like the home of Lebkuchen, which is like gingerbread, and they used Lebkuchen somehow in the sauerbraten gravy, so it had like a really unique taste. It was quite flavorful, really good. Now my question is, how come no place else in Germany makes Schäufele except here in Franconia? I've never had it anywhere else. And to me, it's kind of like Haxen. So most people have had Haxen if you visited Germany, big pork knuckle. But to me, Schäufele is better than Haxen. I think I think it's tastier. It's not quite as big, but I think it's better. My favorite time of the day, cake and coffee, and we are at Der Beck. And I have a list, just a small coffee this afternoon, not a very big one. And I have a pistachio cake, and Betty has marzipan, and she has a cafe latte as well. So I'll try my pistachio cake. That's good. So it's like cheesecake with a little bit of pistachio cream on top and a nice crust at the bottom. So that's quite tasty. And I'll sneak over here and try some of Betty's. We love marzipan. If you saw our video on Lübeck, you know how much we love marzipan. If you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. Oh man. Yep. That is something special. That's really good. So great cake and coffee afternoon here in Nuremberg. All right, so we are at the Hausbrauerei, the Altstadthof. And so, Nuremberg traditionally is home to red beer. And this is really big in the Middle Ages. I think they started brewing it in the 1300s or something like that. And it was under strict brewing regulations. But it kind of fell out of favor with more like a lager beer, what they call Helles, a light beer, traditional lager. But it was resurrected in the 1980s, and this place, the Hausbrauerei Altstadthof, played a key role in bringing it back and brewing it. And I guess there's been kind of a dispute between this place and one of the larger breweries in town. So we got a flight of 3 red beers, and they are the original Nürnberger Rot beer. That must be this one, the Rote Weisse. So it's a little bit light, and the Rote Bock. So 3 different types of red beers to sample, and then we've got some food coming as well. So I'll give it a go. So my red beer, the original Nürnberger Rot beer, zum Wohl. It's very, very tasty. I do enjoy it. I think it's quite good. So we want to have a nice dinner and some nice beer here in Nuremberg. Betty's going to split these with me. I'm not drinking them all by myself, so don't worry about that. All right, so for our last dinner in Nuremberg, we had to get the Nuremberger Bratwurst, but a little different take on it. So this is called the Blaue Zipfel, and it's the Nuremberger Bratwurst, and it's in like a vinegar sauce with onions. And so let me take a bite of one of these. So it's good. It's definitely different. Then I like has a nice tangy taste to it. To be honest, I prefer the other ones, like the regular grilled bratwurst to this. But this is pretty good, and it's if you're tired of eating just regular grilled bratwurst, then this is something to switch to. And for this weather, it's kind of good because it's getting cooler, and it's kind of like a little soupy almost, and we got a nice piece of bread to go with it. So it is good. The roasted bratwurst, in my opinion, are better, but this is quite tasty.
What an incredible day of eating our way through Nuremberg, from those famous bratwursts to the delicious cakes and that unforgettable Schäufele. This food tour was everything we hoped for and more. We know that Lebkuchen is a must-try when you visit Nuremberg, but luck wasn't with us on this trip. So if you're visiting this wonderful city, be sure to stop by Lebkuchen Schmidt for an original Nuremberger Lebkuchen. They bake it fresh all year round. We've had it before, and it's amazing. Have you tried any of these Nuremberg specialties? Or do you have a favorite German dish? Let us know in the comments. We love hearing your experiences. And if you know someone who would enjoy this video, share it with them and spread the food travel inspiration. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more delicious adventures around Germany and beyond. Prost!